we've gotten into the ritual of spending some quality time with y'all every day. I believe in the best interests of good government and transparency, and I think it's helped this entire community get through these really challenging times much easier. I want to take the opportunity on behalf of our entire City Council to thank our City Manager, Teresa Wilson, thank our Assistant City Manager, Missy Gentry, all of her leadership team, our CFO, who's going to have to pay the bills at some point, pending FEMA support, our Senior Assistant City Manager, Allison Baker, a fantastic team of department heads. I won't mention all of them by name, but I will mention Joey Jaco, Arby Jenkins, and Skip Holbrook. We've been through a lot together over these last couple of weeks, and as a result of the good leadership of this city, with wonderful partners from across this region, our Sheriff, Leon Lott, the National Guard, the State Guard, wonderful contractors that we work with, leadership of our governor, our congressional delegation, Congressman Clyburn, amongst many others. We've seen some great things happen. We visited with General Grass this morning, who came to view the work that Major General Bob Livingston, among others, had helped supervise down at the canal, a 150-foot dam that's continuing to be completed. I believe a marvel of modern engineering. We watched our Lake Murray plant yesterday produce another 39 million gallons of water. We watched the Columbia Canal raw water pump 28 million gallons, finished water pump 26 million gallons. We continue to be thankful for our partnerships with Casey and West Columbia. Though we're not using the additional supply there, it's wonderful to know in the interest of regionalism that continues to be an option for us. Our solid waste staff, Robert Anderson, has picked up over 4.3 million pounds of debris across this city. So often cities contract that work out when they're faced with these types of major challenges. Our staff stepped up and did the work themselves, and I think it was a smart call, Teresa, and I'm so proud of the work that they've done, and our constituents, our citizens, have told us the same. Because of the incredible work our staff has done in repairing damage to the system done by the storm and the floods, we are happy to announce that as of 4 p.m. today, the boil water advisory is being repealed for the entire system, and we are, it's not an insignificant accomplishment, and I really want to take this time again to thank our staff. They have been working around the clock, just as you expect public servants to do, and as a result, all of the citizens of this great region are benefiting from their hard work. So I know it's music to the ears of so many as I've talked to our citizens all around the region. It's another major accomplishment that I'm proud of on behalf of this team. Thank you very much, Ms. Devine. So thank y'all. And this is good. This is good old-fashioned Columbia tap water, Mr. Trainer, straight out of the tap. But thank you. I really want to thank the people of this city and all across the region for their incredible patience. We know that so many of us are dealing with incredibly tough times right now, incredibly tough times. We want to encourage them to understand that as they go through these tough times, our city and our city staff will be right there with them. We had a great session last night at the C.R. Neal Dream Center, in which citizens met with FEMA officials and with city and county officials to understand how they go through the steps of pulling things back together. We'll have a second session at Kilburn Park Baptist tomorrow night from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. To do the same, and one on Monday at the two on Monday. So again, I'm sure this is more reading than so many people are used to wanting to even consider, but these reports, which are posted daily on our website, share every single thing that's happening in the city, with the good things and the challenges we still face together. So this is an opportunity for all citizens to fully participate in not only what's going on, but the decision making that we do as well. So thank you. Thank you for your patience. We still have a long way to go, but we're going to go that road together. Thank you.
Joey and Clint to come forward, and they've been the boots on the ground, so if there's any questions specific to the repeal. Any questions specific to the repeal?
So I think it's good that the main one of the fight by 2021 that was that done, was that the last one that we wanted to
In the K Street, yeah.
Our water superintendent, Mr. Clint Sheba.
The repair on K Street will not occur until tomorrow, and so we may be issuing a very site-specific boil water advisory for just that area. The customers have water now, but we're going to have to actually cut out that section of pipe and make that dry to make the repair. So that's going to happen tomorrow. The wet repair was not able to be done today, but that'll happen tomorrow. But very few customers will be impacted, just maybe 20 or so. Right now they can. Tomorrow we will remove them from service, and they will issue a specific boil water advisory for just those customers until we get a sample result back for that small area that will be affected. But right now they can drink their water, yes, sir.
Sure. Thank you, Jack. I made it the point to patronize several of our restaurants here downtown over the last several days. Of course, we've been here early and here late every day, so we've been down in the center city. I've seen many of them actually pretty crowded. Some have chosen not to open because of the challenges, as well as several businesses that were facing the advisory as well. I communicate every single day with the head of the restaurant and hotel association and keep him up to speed on what's going on. I know that this will be welcome news to all involved. I'm happy to also introduce, of course, the congressman from the 6th Congressional District. It's amazing. I only have to turn around. I know he's here. But I'm so happy to have the leadership of Congressman Jim Clyburn on this issue. In the meeting with Secretary Johnson on Friday, the congressman was incredibly outspoken, advocating for the needs of the people of Columbia and all across this region, and we're so proud to have his incredible support on these issues.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. I decided on the way down here, as you all know, my office is upstairs, that I would come as I am, because I was so used to seeing the mayor without a tie. And today he double-crossed me. But I want to thank him for his leadership. Teresa, thank you so much for the leadership, and the council people. All of you all have been just tremendous. On Monday, I'm going to have a town hall meeting with FEMA over in Williamsburg County, because as you probably know, Williamsburg and Clarendon counties have been tremendously impacted by this flood, so much so until businesses will have a hard time and will take a long time to stand back up. And so I'm going over there because I've been hearing from too many of them that they feel that not enough attention is being paid to the outlying areas, that everything is focused, they feel, on the areas such as Columbia, but to let them know that all the 32 of our 46 counties were affected by this. And though we've seen bridge and road closures here in Richland, the number over 123 to be exact, we know that compared to the size of these communities, though they may not have had as many closures, but when King Street is shut off from the rest of Williamsburg County, to the extent that the citizens inside the town can't get out, people outside can't get in, we want them to know that we're thinking about them as well. And so I want to help the mayors over in King Street, over in Manning, with FEMA as much as we possibly can. And I can't say enough about the leadership that the City of Columbia's elected and appointed officials have given to this issue, and I thank them so much. And it's great for me to hear that the water does not have to be boiled anymore, because I'm having a hard time brushing my teeth with bottled water. And because, as many of you know, I make it my business to do breakfast when I'm home. And it's been tough trying to cook grits and not being able to get to my water faucet. So thank you so much for canceling this advisory. I hope that all of our citizens will now work together, helping each other, and let's do what we can to bring this community back online. Thank you so much.
Any other questions?
No, it was important for us to also note the community meetings on Monday that will mirror the community meeting tomorrow evening will be at Woodland Park. One will be at Woodland Park from 5 to 6:30, and the second will be at the Smith Center off Farrow Road from 7 to 8:30 on Monday evening.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for that question. It is very, very important that we do that, I believe. My staff has already started work, both the Washington staff and the staff here, Dalton Treasurer is around here somewhere. We discussed that this morning. We are going to request what we call an emergency supplemental because, as all of us know, there is a limit as to what FEMA can do for individuals. Small Business Administration can do certain things. But in order for us to get these 123 roads and bridges that have been affected by this in Richland County, the 70 roads and bridges over in Sumter County, in order for them to get stood back up, we are going to need the help of the federal government. And so I've asked my staff to please put me in position to be able to make the request when I get back on Tuesday. Congress will not be back in session, at least the House of Representatives, until Tuesday, at which time I tend to make the request for supplemental appropriations. Now, we are relying upon city and county officials to make us aware of what is necessary for us to put into that request and what level the request should be, because I'm convinced that this damage is far beyond $1 billion. People are using that figure. I think it's far beyond that. But whatever it is, we know it's beyond the capacity of these local communities to respond, and we plan to get the federal assistance that is necessary. And I'm reminding all my friends, I've talked to my friends in Connecticut, New York, and New Jersey, that I was there for them. I want them to be there for me. Thank you so much.
We do. Our major lift stations are in operation. Our wastewater plant is in operation. We've been able to get the chemicals and everything we need to our wastewater plant, so we're still operating. We do have some overflows that we're maintaining, but all of our pump stations are in operation, so that's important. So we do have some localized issues, but and as most of the utilities around here do. So. I can't give you any specifics on which rivers are affected, but yes, they will be into rivers.
Yes, sir, good question. We're asking our customers to evacuate their ice makers and purge any ice that was made while the advisory was on, maybe flush your tap for 30 seconds or so. But we've been testing for 2 days and have good sample results, so we're confident that any issues that may have been there are taken care of.
Yes, sir. The dam itself is it's trying to think the actual numbers. It's about the dam itself is probably 20 to 30 feet in height. The last count I had on rock, we were over 10,000 tons of rock brought in. I do not have a metric on cost. We're working with the contractor now, as well as we're working with consultants now, trying to figure out what is the ultimate fix. I mean, it's not just the dam, it's the dike, the levee. We have some other issues along the levee that we're addressing, that we're going to address before we bring the water up, the water level in the canal back up. Our head gates, our head gate structure, we've got a good bit of work we need to do at the head gates and that structure. So all this, we've got consultants assisting us with all this information, trying to put a dollar figure on it, but we do not have that as of yet. Well, the rock dam, it is a temporary dam structure, but we're trying to, they're basically shaping it now to where if we did have another catastrophic event, that we would be able to control the water in a fashion that we would not lose the levee itself. We're trying to keep the water off the levee with this dam structure. All of that is, I mean, we've been in meetings and, you know, all this, you know, we've been reacting to the emergency, but while we're building this, we are trying to design it as if we do have another event, so we can control it, keep it off the levee, and make sure we don't have another catastrophic failure.